Corporal here, early in the morning. Good morning, by the way. So what's up, everybody? Everybody, what is up? Slumber Party Massacre 1982. When you think about that, what do you think about? I think about fun. I think about a blast. A lot of people talk about the second one and all that, but to me, it's the first one. Originally, it was done, directed by Amy Jones, which basically finished a script by Rita Mae Brown. I can't remember that name. Um, I guess it hadn't been finished. Roger Corman, somebody that Joan started under, and she had a choice of either editing ET or doing a leap of faith, as she put it, and going for this and directing this and finishing the script. So that's how that came about. You got a original first actual dialogue that Frank Stevens ever said was in this. Um, yeah, to me, it's it's a very fun one. It's just one of those. I had a choice to either do this or Sleepaway Camp. And I thought this time I want to do Slumber Party Massacre. I've been thinking about it for quite a while. So my friend here said, yeah, do it. Do it. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a blast. It's actually the first role for this guy, too, Michael Villela. And I guess he was totally method. From his very first role, he was completely method, stayed away from all the girls. When they ate lunch and everything, I guess he'd be over the other side of the bush, and he'd be munching, he'd be watching them and everything. So they were creeped out watching this guy check them out. Hello and good morning. I love you. I'll see you just a little bit. I'm going to check this out. So anybody wakes up and gets around to it or in replay, check it out. This thing is free on Prime, Pluto, Tubi, Redbox, Vudu, Flex. You're gonna find this movie. If you have streaming, you're gonna find this movie. So I'll be telling the timestamp here and there as we go through. So it's not a very long movie. This thing only runs about 76 minutes. So but it's a blast all the way from the girls, in the shower at the very beginning. You know what I mean? It's got its little gratuitous nudity part, um, which is fine. Um, whether sharing the soap, so many different things in this. I can think of two or three different things in this. It just cracks me up all the way. Of course, everybody knows about the pizza part. You know what I mean? And hey, life goes on after all when she's munching on a pizza. But to me, I think it's just funny, isn't it? When they're in the shower and she takes the bare bar soap, she's washing her body and washing her ass and everything, and just passes the soap right along to the next one. You know what I mean? And she just like, hey, yeah, she starts washing her neck and things with it. It's just hilarious shit. Well, Amy Jones said herself that it wasn't meant to take it all that seriously. It was she actually puts it in a comedy first and then slash. So I tend to think about it more the other way around. I think it's more of a slasher comedy. So I'm gonna get this going here by watching the replay or anywhere else. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, when I seen it, I remember first when I was a kid. I remember seeing this. This came out, of course, in '82 when I was 9. So I've probably seen it about 10 or 11 for the first time. And it was one of those late night HBO things where I probably wasn't supposed to be up and running around. You know what I mean? Where you make a thing out of it. You know what I mean? You and whoever spend the night or whatever, got friends spend the night. You sneak up with the flashlight or whatever. You make a big thing out of going to the refrigerator and sneaking something to eat or whatever. 2 a.m. I didn't really have to do all that much sneaking, but I did anyway. Just because it was fun. The one of the main girls in this, yeah, found out a while back. I didn't know until the Scream Factory put out the Blu-ray that the one plays Valerie had committed suicide. So that was kind of a bummer. I think it's actually when it was shot in Southern California. You know what I mean? So it's not like one of those things where you, like on Halloween, we're way in the background, you see the palm tree, you're supposed to be in Illinois. This one makes no bones about it. It's supposed to be Southern California, and it is. So it's like her coming of age. This is their last big summer party together. Her and all her friends from the basketball team, the girls she's grown up with and went to school with, and like the grade school and everything, basically. Um, it was their last big summer party together before they, go off to do their own thing and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a rite of passage for Trish. You see, she still wears Barbies and all that kind of stuff, and she's ready to become an adult. You know, one of those things. Don't get too big for her. And you notice, if you're checking it out, there's a poster of John Borg, which was a big tennis player back in the day. He had a feud going with John McEnroe at one point. Music by Ralph Jones. I think it's so simple, but I think it's such cool music in this. It's got this ominous vibe to it. I think the last time I did this was we got Spit on Your Grave. So definitely the difference between I Spit on Your, well, it's a remake. I Spit on Your Grave and Slumber Party Massacre. Definitely gets a lot more points in the fun spot. The Slumber Party does. A whole lot you can look at. I mean, unless you think I Spit on Your Grave is fun, which or fun or funny, which if you do, I don't know. I don't find a whole lot of laughs in it. But, maybe some people do. You enjoy the remake, but not a whole lot of chuckles going on during that. This guy here that plays the neighbor. If you have the Screen Factory Blu-ray, if not, I definitely recommend getting it. There's an interview with him, and he is one strange dude. This guy is just a weird bird, man. He is out there. There it is, Rita Mae Brown. Yeah, and I guess she's a feminist, which is kind of strange considering, it makes you wonder exactly what of it she wrote and what Amy Holden Jones wrote, because I don't see a feminist, really writing, this kind of, nudity and shit. So kind of strange, when you think about a feminist writing Slumber Party Massacre, but like I said, Amy Holden Jones finished it. So I would say she's the one that threw that in there because, like I said, she came from Roger Corman, and you're gonna see a bit of boobs and stuff in some Corman shit. Yeah, like I said, Frank Stevens with her first actual speaking role in this. So she's one of the big three of the late '80s. Of course, with um, Quigley, of course, Linnea, which is one of my favorites. You got Rick Stevens, and you got Michelle. I remember her last name, but it's Michelle Bauer. Michelle Bauer. Yeah, those big three from the late '80s with the Flying Bolorama and all that bullshit. So eyeballs on me. Hello, whoever the eyeballs are. How you doing? Say hello. Good morning, everybody. I said you can't predict me, man. There's no telling when I'm going to be checking out some horror and doing some sort of watch along. I love these. These are my favorite things to do. Gives me a chance to bullshit with people and watch film at the same time and discuss things. So you know what I mean. You get the best of all worlds. I was surprised to find out that this was Michael Balella's first one too, because he's so method in it. He's so good. You know, this guy. You know what I mean? He believed this motherfucker crazy. You're so very pretty. I love you. Yeah, the one who plays Valerie, uh, Robin Still. She committed suicide, I guess, several years ago. That's crazy, man. I didn't know that, of course, till a couple years ago when I got this Blu-ray that she had killed herself. That's crazy. Never, oh man. When I was younger, I had a few problems and stuff like that. And I'm not going to say when I was younger and had problems, I didn't think about that kind of thing. But it's always one of those things where I thought, yeah, tomorrow is going to be better. It's going to and then every time, without fail, every time I'd sit there and think about when things were better. I'd sit there and think about, man, I'm glad I didn't do that. You know, and it's something I haven't thought about in 25, 30 years. You know what I mean? I just got no, no matter what happens, what I mean, you can't do that, especially when you start having a family, you start having kids, stuff like that. You cannot, you know, cannot do, just can't do that to them. So it's got to put yourself back together. But life's going to be a bit. Got to get yourself back together because every time, I guarantee anybody's ever thought about it, anybody out there listening has ever thought about it. Didn't you think about later on? Didn't it strike you, man? I'm glad I didn't do that. Here's the gratuitous shower scene. This is one of my favorite scenes, and not because of that, but because of the sharing of the soap. I mean, she washes her ass real good. She hands it. Hey, you got the soap? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like, and she hands it off to her. She's like, oh, thank you. Crazy. I love their passion for the basketball too. I think that's really cool. They really play that off. What I mean? It's a little unusual. You'd usually have the girls in this situation being a little prissy, or what I mean, where they wouldn't be athletes. They would be, you know, more socialite. How you doing, Tanisha? Thanks for stopping through. You like Summer Party Massacre? You gotta admit, it's like one of those fun. You know what I mean? It's just fun. That's what I think about when I think about it. So between this one and the original Sleepaway Camp, and I decided to go. You know what I mean? Just a little higher on the fun meter. I like them about the same. This one's a little higher than that one. You know what I mean? You get a little more smiles out of this one. So there's complete contrast from the last one I did. The last one I did Ring Necklace Going to Gray, which definitely no smiles in that. If there is, there's something wrong with no one is like the new girl that is, you got the main asshole here. She's one of the main four girls. And for some reason, she just, you see where she's coming out in a way, I mean, what they're looking at this is, it's before their last chance to really have this little party together. They grew up together as friends. And she doesn't want to involve the new chick. But at the same time, no reason to be such an ass about it. There she is, Robin Still. Yeah. Never really got into why she decided to kill herself, but she, oh, the best, see, that's such a whole attitude. Really a snob. Only the best people are. I think it kind of goes the other way around, don't you? I hardly look at it as the best people, or you know what I mean? Snob because they're the best people. Well, good morning this Saturday for the eyeballs out there. Thanks for saying hello, Denisha. I appreciate it. I guess too early to talk for everybody else. Like I said, there's no telling what I'm going to be doing. Anybody's curious right now, we are in 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Like I said, it's free practically everywhere. So you can, if you have streaming, you can find this movie free. I think it's even here on YouTube. He does such a good job. I was surprised to find out it was sort of his first role. There's Brink Stevens, young. I think it's the youngest I've ever seen her before she came one of those became one of those big three. This is several years before that happened. Coach walks right by the van where he just pulled in the electric company check or whoever it was. At least you got to say a few words. Yeah, if you get a chance and you get the Screen Factory version of this, check out the interview with that guy that plays the weird neighbor. Man, this guy's out there. He's a real strange fellow trapped in the school. Hey, Kessler, how you doing? It's coming through. Everybody get a chance, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. As I always say, so I can get out there to as many people and torment as many people as I can find out there. Hey, Jerry, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming through. Watching the Scream Factory of Slumber Party Massacre. Sorry to see Rick Stevens get drilled. This is not when normal people do this kind of thing. Yeah, well, I'm not definitely not normal people. Uh, one. Oh yeah, is it? Very cool. Very very cool. Probably one that I grabbed because I like the way they're doing the 4Ks, the original artwork type thing. I do think that they ought to make them where you can flip them, though. You know what I mean? Because there's never really the only original artwork or the only newly conceived artwork that they've done for some of the one through the steelbook. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I caught a trailer of that. George Foreman. Yeah, it's crazy because he could have beat Muhammad Ali, man, if he'd a smart little, if he fought a little smarter. He's totally outsmarted in that fight. Like where he was just so worn down and worn out because everything he threw, and that's back when he was in good shape. Ali just boxed him, man, bleeding bad. There for sexual speaking role, she basically gets to be, second, you know, first, second victim. You got the first chick was the electric company chick or whatever. She's the first one. There's actually a little bit of drama added to it. I love the driller coat. Yeah, in case nobody seen it, I'm sure it's the one you got, Jerry. Storm. I It's one of my favorite figures. I did not see it coming. I did not see them putting out a Russ Thorn figure. So when I seen it pop up there, I had to grab it. This guy, this Michael Bella that plays Russ Thorn, he actually went and read Helter Skelter because he knew there had to be a little bit more motivation behind the killer than just anger. You know what I mean? So that's where he got that. Where he got that. I think it's somewhat of an ad lib, something he added. Where he says, "Oh, so pretty." he took it from a cult cult type family type thing, and he didn't walk. I like that. He didn't just walk back out to the van. I think he ran out there. That's yeah. Because usually these days, you wouldn't see him run up back out to the van to get away, keep from being seen. He would be walking. He wouldn't be worried about it. Kid. Yeah. I wonder why they never really did a George Foreman show before. 17 minutes in. Now this here when she's walking, when um, one playing Diane, she's walking across this. This reminds me of a place in the hometown where I'm from. It's a walkway that they made, and it looks a lot like it. Except it doesn't have all the trash around it like this one does. Look at even then you got people littering up the place. And she just took it, just flipped his ass right over. Oh my back! And he even snuck up. She still tossed him on his head. Yeah, full time state. Yeah, full friends that's growing up together through grade school, and junior high school, and high school. He's right there. Why didn't he give her a ride the rest of the way? She's like, I'll see you. Okay. Yeah, he's talking about. Yeah, Russ Thorne, where he's escaped. Oh, gym teacher wearing the ponies. Does anybody remember pony shoes? Back in the day when I was growing up, man, you had Nikes, I mean, this when Jordans were new, or not even out yet. You had ponies and Nikes and Converse and maybe Reebok, and that was about the end of it. Not long after that, things like British Knights and stuff like that came out. She's I'm done. She's all she did was drill a hole in the door. And she's okay, that's it, I'm done. It's like, no, no, wait a minute. You didn't finish putting the people over here. People can see me as easy as I can see them. I don't want people coming to the front door being able to peek and look right in the hole in my door. I don't know. He said a Pac-Man, the little Pac-Man guy. He wound him up and he would walk around in his mouth. Oh. I didn't catch the Brother Detour 4 last night with me and Eric. Go check it out, man. Had a good conversation. Good show. Still considering what's going on within Horror for All right now. It's just a scheduling conflict basically between me and Knight. Um, I don't know. We'll get it worked out. We'll figure it out. I thought I'm starting doing my own pretty soon anyway, where it's a news, horror news upcoming thing. So either way, I'm going to be continuing it. Well, I mean, I'm assuming he's going to be continuing in the horror for all, but it's just he's got so much on his plate right now, and then I do my thing, and you know what I mean. And I got my son, so it's just getting our schedules together. But either way, it will continue. That's my baby. Can't let it go. This guy, what the hell is he doing in there, man? He's in the house. This creepy neighbor is. He's wandering around. He's the one that snatched the Barbie doll earlier. What the hell is he gonna do with that Barbie doll? He's in there going, and now he wants to be Mr. Cool. Well, I won't tell. Yeah, he's just like, get the fuck out of my house, dude. What are you doing? Parents are here. They're going away. You're in my house. That's when I came back, I found out this neighbor did this shit. There'd be problems. Who thinks that in this? Who thinks that the little sister, the one who plays the little sister, Trisha's little sister, Courtney, looks like Joni Lawler, China. I think she looks. I think there's something about her that looks like China, Joni Lawler. Look real close next time you watch Slumber Massacre. She does. China's a wrestler, though. In case for anybody who doesn't know. There's so many people talk about how they prefer the second one. I've never understood why people like the second one in this more than this one. I mean, yeah, it's really high on the fun meter, but it's also high on the kind of silly meter too. There's that line, there's that line where you go from fun to kind of dumb. This one doesn't quite cross that, and that's why I like it. I still don't think it's day I've ever seen third. Probably won't. But that the cool info, Jerry. I appreciate that. Let me know about that 4K because I hadn't heard about that. That's one I hadn't heard about yet. Oh, by the way, later on, those of you who collect physical media and want to check it out, 3 o'clock, I will be doing my entire Arrow collection. I did Screen Factory a few days ago. Today, later on this afternoon, we'll be doing Arrow collection. So I hadn't done about the first couple of volumes of the physical media collection streams. I hadn't really done anything as far as collection goes in a while. I've been doing, WatchAlongs and Horror for All, but I hadn't done that. Get back into, you know, don't want to forget about it. Get to keep that in the physical media. And gotta keep pushing the physical media, guys. We don't want to get it. We don't want it to get lost. We want to have to depend on streaming and whatever they want us to watch. Gotta keep that alive. Uh, Weird. Strange. That noise was, but it was weird. Yeah, there she is. There's a sister plays Courtney. Jennifer Myers. There's something about her to me, for some of those people thinks everybody looks like somebody. But I think she favors Joni Lawler. And there he was again. He sticks his face in the bag of weed. It smells good. But yeah, we want to try smelling it from outside. That's driving me crazy. Weird. Yeah, I don't hear noises out there. It's the dudes running around the house watching bourbon. You don't know how it is. The teenagers. Oh, she left the coffee pot. Okay. It just broke from the heat. How the hell is it still stuck? They just see it. um, but yeah, this afternoon it will be the Earl collection, and then Monday night will be Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer watch slash conference slash discussion, and then Tuesday night I'm excited about all of them. But Tuesday night, so nostalgic, man. One of the ones I grew up on, one of my favorites my whole life, the original My Bloody Valentine. So that ought to be fun, man. I am gonna be stoked for that. No, not sure if I want to get a guest for that or not. I don't think so, but maybe not. Probably not though. I tend to like doing these on my own for the most part, which is different because in the beginning I like doing them, I like doing guests, but I found not being able to really talk to the film and talk to the chat that much, when you got a guest. And I kind of like to discuss things in the film and just bullshit, just in general. So that's why I do them mostly on my own now. Every once in a while, I have Eric or somebody, but for the most part, I like to do it by myself. 'Cause, inevitably when you have a guest, you end up getting caught up in, another part of conversation. It may take you somewhere else. You're no longer talking about the film. You're no longer communicating with the chat. And that's two things I love to do is communicate with the chat and discuss the film. You got a whole other person in there, and it's a lot harder. I had to shower. The first thing she said, she's like, "Your tits are getting bigger," or something like that. It's like, is that stuff girls talk about in the shower, in the girls' shower? Do they and shit like that? Do they discuss each other's tits? They're like, "Hey, your tits are gotten bigger," or some shit. Is that something that happens? You never get two dudes together and hear them go, "Oh damn, man, your fucking dick is growing by an inch. I wish your dick is much bigger than it used to be." You know what I mean? Because we don't do that shit. We that's just not how we are. I think it would come off extremely weird. If the dude's like, "Oh, I noticed your dick has gotten much larger." I think there might be a fight even. I think there might be a problem that happen. But that's the battle of the sexes. Men and women are, we're the same species, but then again, we're almost not different creatures altogether. Men and women, we're just as much different as we are alike. I love you got this playgirl and it's got Stallone on the front of it. It's just kind of hard to. I'm a big Stallone fan. Okay, it's kind of hard to. But I would never want to see him naked. I'm ready to blow my whole image of Rocky. I'm not that big of a fan. If you're going out there playing it off, you go out here and check your garage. She leaves open, I do believe, if I remember correctly. You think about it, you know that's not him. He's standing with a meat cleaver. Russ does not use anything but that drill. It's like an extension of his dick, you know? So you got to chop this poor fucking snail, man. Which, I mean, the guy hadn't come off creepy as enough, you know, enough as it was. Now he's going to creep around behind you, behind your shoulder, and reach over your shoulder and chop snails. As weird as he comes off in this movie, the interview with him, real guy, it's even weird. Watch that interview. I recommend it highly. With this guy on some Slumber Massacre. If you haven't yet watched special features, watch the interview with this guy. Let's see, I can't remember what's this guy's name. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he is out there. Me and Johnny from Johnny's Boutique had a conversation about that, about how weird this fellow is. Yeah, yeah. Not cool when you're a teenager and for parents, for the adults to go away and you get the whole house yourself so you can kind of play it. You know what I mean? You can have fun. That's what I see. Our kids, now that we have kids and teenagers, they don't consider for 1 minute. They don't think about for 1 minute that we already know what they're thinking. Like if we find them out somewhere or something like that, or doing something like that, which is kind of hard to do nowadays because with media and everything, it's so much more in our face, all the bad shit that happens. So it's a lot harder for us to take off like that because we know so much now. It's constantly in our face. All this kind of shit is. But they don't think for 1 minute that we already know what they're up to. We already know there's a good chance you're gonna have friends, and stuff like that. Play it off. Well, I don't do that. I don't do that. And she's probably my favorite character. She is hilarious. I'm gonna play Jackie. She's, she just, she's not bullshitting. And that pizza, you know what I mean? When the pizza guy falls through the front door and shit, and she's like, damn, I'm hungry. But she's right, And they're all the pizzas. He didn't bleed on it or nothing. No thing. Got to lock. Because times haven't changed that much. There's always been weirdos and maniacs and perverts running around. The difference is it we know so much more about it now because it's out there. It's in the public consciousness. It hasn't changed that much. It's always been about the same. No more crazies now than there were then. Think about it. The most well known of, the most publicized serial killers were in the 70s and 80s. And these weren't just serial killers. These were serious, deprived sexual serial killers. You know, everybody's not very talking to this morning. What does anybody think? Anybody? Does the sister kind of like Johnny Lawler, China, the wrestler? Is it just me? And the second one is supposed to be this Courtney, isn't it? It's supposed to be her, that character. The chick is supposed to be her. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I've seen it a long, long time ago. But you know, I'm not as big on it as a lot of horror fans on the second one, so I just don't check it out that much. This is the one that I tend to watch. I'm a I'm an original type fan. Usually I'll like the originals. 9 times out of 10 will be my favorite. You think I'm getting better at it? Your friends are on the phone laughing at her. Inevitably, there goes the fuse. I mean, it's when people just have lighters just all the time. You know, they just all at the same time. There's like 4 lighters. It's like a um. We're at about 38 minutes. Next time I do this, it'll be sleepaway camp. But I think it's like I said. I think it's only the second time I've ever done this Saturday morning wake up call thing. Yeah, yeah. Because like I said, the first one was that's Gone Your Grave remake. I'm gonna go a little lighter this time. A little more on the fun side. Yeah. So anybody that's a fan, from what Jerry says, what Jerry just said a little bit ago, this will be coming out in 4K next month from Screen Factory, I'm assuming, because Jerry's like the Screen Factory guy. I mean, he's got every single one I've ever made. So he's the one that would definitely listen to about that. Back when a lot of these boxes had fuses, now it's basically just a circuit breaker, which I think can be a real pain in the ass. It's the second guy. It was the other guy that got flipped over on his ass earlier, and now that guy just gets nailed and knocked down. They got a couple of pussy ass boyfriends there. If you can't keep them up from getting your ass whooped and you're sneaking up on somebody trying to fuck around, then just don't fuck around. Because both times they end up around their ass, laying there going, "What are you doing?" So I wonder what else is coming in 4K. So some Party Massacre is coming out 4K. There's got to be a couple others. They usually never release just one thing. It's nice to see they're not just bringing out another deluxe version of the same one that they've done. At least they're going 4K with them. Creaky weird noise. I'm going to pawn shop here in a little bit, see what I can find physical media wise. See if we can find any. So I can find any Blu-ray. I haven't been to a pawn shop in 2 or 3 years, so see if I can come up with. If I come up with anything cool, I will show it off when I do the my arrow my arrow collection later on. I'll show it off. See. I have a few other things too. That first one has come in. First Chainsaw Massacre. The Turbine Shop has come in. So now I'm just waiting for the second site next month, and then I could do the Chainsaw Massacre collection. course, after the Arrow later, probably next week, may do, I don't know, Scorpion, Code Red, maybe the second set. Nah, I'll wait for the second set. See, maybe the Bigger Syndrome or something. 101, Blue Underground, maybe even 88, something like that. So, yeah. And I was saying, Monday night, Henry Ford the serial killer, and Tuesday night will be My Buddy Valentine, which I'm really stoked about that. Yeah. We discuss we planned on discussing the Peacock Crystal Lake series that's coming up, but we really get a chance to because I was late getting in there because I was, spending time with family and all that kind of stuff. I don't know real lot about it. So it's about time we started getting something going on with it. Unfortunately, that Sean Cunningham is such a greedy bastard. Caden Forkover want to give all their money to the dude that created the characters to begin with. I mean, you think about it, the only thing Sean Cunningham ever did was come up with the name Friday the 13th, what? And direct the movie, direct the first one. So, make money for the last, 40 years, and then not even want to share any to the guy that came up with the characters to begin with. The guy's got to take it to court just to get some of the money that that he should have been getting all the time anyway. Too bad. It's just greed. Greed's such an ugly, ugly thing. It's one of those keys, and I can't stand greedy people. The scalpers get on my nerves. Scalpers, it's just not greed. Oh, come on, man, you drive me crazy. Yeah, you're the one that was pushing through the whole damn thing. You're the reason why they didn't invite Valerie is because you're being a bitch. Yeah, they'd be pissed if you left with your boyfriend. Hell yeah. She didn't. Oh, she yeah to put. Oh yeah, Maury got bashed in the head. She putting the hot dogs on. I'm not sure. And what the hell is that with a putting a steak on somebody's head when they got a black eye or something? A steak, man. Steaks are expensive. They always have been. I'm not gonna waste a steak to stick it on somebody's face. Get some ice, man. You're not getting my steak. You know, I happen to be a carnivore. I happen to love meat, so especially red meat. Oh yeah, there was the boyfriend's it. Yeah, I forgot about that. She just honking on and trying to get the hell out. There he is. I love the breaking of the side window. It shatters like a window pane in a house. That scene. Yeah, where he's got dingling right there between his legs. Because it's supposed to be. He's the character that said it was like a, chops it in half. It's almost like cutting. You know what I mean? Like chopping the shit off, right? 46 and a half, almost 47 minutes. Barbie doll. Yeah. 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 That is interesting because we've seen the neighbor, pretty much sure it was the neighbor that snatched the Barbie doll out of there. Why was it hanging out there like that all fucked up? Because the killer, Russ Thorne, wasn't around at that time. Or no, I do believe the neighbor's been killed by this point. So it probably was Russ. Russ probably took it from him. So why was this guy carrying that doll around with him? Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, pay the pizza guy here. No, here it is. Shit's in the fan right now. There he is. There's the pizza guy. He falls in. Halfway through the movie, it's already kicking in. So it pretty much starts. This movie starts pretty much the third act in the middle of the film. So you got the first act, which is the introduction, and you got up to where the parents leave, and then the neighbors still look at shit. Up to where he reaches in the trash, takes out the Barbie doll. And the second act pretty much goes from when they're at school there, Mick Stevens gets killed, all the way through when they get to the house here, and it starts. And then from here on in is the third act. It's a little unusual because the whole second half of the film, you know, what I mean, whole half hour, 40 minutes left. You know, usually the chase, and the survivor girl and all that kind of stuff. There's no one survivor girl in this one too, which is unique. You got the gym teacher that's getting ready to come over and help out, and then you got the Valerie next door and her little sister, and then you got the three girls that's in the house. Once the two dudes are taken care of, which is odd. It's different. She spends most of this film pouting. The little sister does. Close the curtains, shut all the doors. Yeah, yeah. It's the beginning. Yeah, it's the beginning. They should have done that shit immediately. You could all just barrel out the front door. Yeah, you guys can't even whoop one of them, man. What do you think you're gonna do with a maniac? No, that drill's sticking out your ass. There you go. Nice. I don't think that they're even. I don't think the girls even dating any of these. These two dudes here. I think these two dudes just kind of come over just to kind of like perv and spy and see if they can get the face involved in the slumber party, which they did. Congratulations. They weren't counting on this though. Give him kisses on the cheeks. There you go. There's a good look. There you go. See you go. Run. Run by the little pool. Go out here to the garage. Why go on? I'd have bypassed that. I definitely would not. No, I don't went around the garage. Uh, yeah, you got drilled. What they said. No, Tom, they had to do this too. That's weird. It's weird because this was made the same year that the thing was made. Yeah, it seems earlier than that. It seems a lot earlier than that. I remember when these movies come out, and it did not, and it seemed like this came out minutes before the thing. Like, you know, this does not seem like a 1982 to me. It just seems more like a 1981, in my opinion. He stood outside, yeah, let this motherfucker in. Just get away from the thing. If they're not gonna let you in, take the fuck off. There he is. Yeah, he wants to get rid of these dudes because he just he loves these trolls rust stuff. Yeah, he's pull out there. Yeah, yeah, that's right. He was overpowering Bauer. Is that girl? Bites him. He's not even fucking around. Yeah, it's the only time he doesn't use the drill. He takes the knife away and stabs him with it. That was brutal, man. It kind of puts you in mind to Helter Skelter, really. The killing of Abigail Folger, stabbed out there in the yard like that. That's kind of what it reminds me of. She's discussing the little sister just describing what the first kiss was like. This tongue out was all slimy and everything. Maybe you're not ready to be kissing yet, because that's what it is. 54 minutes. Like I say, you can find this anywhere. It's free. Yeah, it's free on Prime, Pluto, Tubi, Redbox, Voodoo, Plex, Freevee. It's all over. It's one of the reasons why I did it that way in the rewatch. I didn't figure it'd be too many people, joining in the morning. This early in the morning. But I figured in the rewatch, if somebody wants to rewatch and listen to my bullshit, and all that kind of stuff while they're checking it out, be plenty of places to watch it. Yeah, what are we gonna do with him? She's like, wait a minute, we should cover him up. Here she got it. This is when yeah, it's when Jackie decides Pete's okay. That's fantastic. He's dead, all right. I'm kidding. He's so cold. And is the pizza? Yeah. Oh, like, hey, well, life goes on after all. She just wants to eat. I feel bad. I just want to eat. Boy, do I feel bad. Yeah, you might as well. You might as well eat, man. Eat. You have your knife in one hand and your piece of pizza in the other. Why not? As long as it doesn't distract you from stabbing the killer. Somehow he's still alive. It's that real good too. Left him alive just enough to where he can crawl up to the door, to where he could sucker the girls and open up the door. Yeah, this guy's being used as bait. At least that's what he should do. See, he shouldn't use the drill here. That's what he should have done. He should, yeah, should have been bait to get them to open up the door because they was heading that way. Could have gone to open up the door and they could have came in. I think it was. I think it was a pair of either Jordache or Calvin Klein. Crazy. That's a name from the past. For us older people. Yeah, it's when you think that the Valerie chick, the neighbor's gonna get exciting. Oh, bad move, bad move. Uh, I wonder if the drill would work that way. I wonder if it got the drill going sliced up like that. I guess it would because they do got a point on them. There's another one down, and she's gonna run on the back. Meanwhile, you got the gym teacher on her way over to help. Not exactly what she's helping yet, but yeah, first one, there's the little sister. Well, she knows her home. I found out why they didn't use if the character Courtney character is used in part 2. I found out why they never used the same girl. But I remember that girl was played by but she was in a lot of shows back then. Another one fun too, man. Sorority House. Oh yeah, she's in the fucking house. Yeah, that's a lesson. Don't just go roaming around. If something seems weird like that, things are dark. Just look away. For all she knows, they're all dead. You know. Yeah, it's true. friends. Yeah, I thought about that. She's she's saying maybe this girl's in cahoots with the killer. You never know because they just met this girl. This part here reminds me of Hell Night. They're sitting there and they got their back to the window and they're facing the door. And if anybody's seen Hell Night, you got the part where he comes up the floor and you can see the carpet go up with him, go up his head, which is one of my favorite parts of Hell Night. Except for this here, he just comes in the window real quick. Same aspect. There he is, and you can just see him. They're just having a conversation. In the background, you see him coming in. There you go. Here it is. This guy's crazy. Ah. He does a good job of just looking out there. Oh, Bud. Nails it. This killer kind of reminds me of the one in He Knows You're Alone, too. Same type, yeah. Kind of looks like him, too, man. I don't think it's the same guy, but he does look like him. I'm going to check into that because I don't remember who the guy is that plays the killer and He Knows You're Alone. But damn, he looks like him. Anybody knows, leave me a comment. Let me know. Same guy. I don't think so, but maybe. He Knows You're Alone is one a lot of people don't know about. So they nailed it on that figure too. Looks a lot like him. What do you expect, dude? You're trying to kill several people all at once. They're bound to hit you with shit. I like the method too. The method actor. Even all the way back then, this being his first time doing this, this being his first film like this, he was already doing a method. Staying away from him, being creepy, not talking to him, looking around the bush at him while he's munching on his sandwich during lunch. It's pretty cool because that keeps keep shit somewhat real. If you're buddying and hanging around, if you're the killer and you're buddying around with the girls and the final girl and all that kind of stuff, for the survivor girl, um, you know, and you're good friends and shit, it's kind of hard to act like that you're, kind of hard to be afraid of you, creeped out by you. But if you stay creepy the whole time, then you keep that spontaneity. It had been hard to stay in that zip and stay in that bag like that, with him going through there like that. So yeah, there she is. The yeah, Kim Beverdelby. So in the fridge, she talked about she had to, she basically was holding on to something at the back of the fridge there to keep herself from falling out. An hour and 6 minutes in timestamp. 10 minutes to go. And then yeah, and then this time switch yourself all out. Yeah. I love the way they all just come for this dude. They all just, they got one running in a corner, you know what I mean? She's got a knife and then she comes around, you know what I mean? And they just all start attacking this motherfucker. Which is basically the way it would go. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like when she grabs a saw and she's running up the stairs with it, and the cord's too short. She's not thinking about that. She's just thinking about grabbing it, and cord jerks her right leg down the stairs. That's crazy as shit, being able to. Because usually you don't get that much room underneath the couch to hide underneath like that. But she's not, she's not very big, but still. Like the poor pizza guy around with the eyeballs drilled out. It's a smart move here. You got to put him in the closet, and he's gonna lay underneath the blanket. See the pizza guy. I love the pizza guy's hat. It just kills me. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of. I mean, it's one of those little, I don't know, weird little hats, little paper hat. Yeah, laid on here with his drill. This crazy smile on his face. He's proud of himself. Yeah, yeah. Here's the gym teacher. Oh, it's a shame she comes here just to get. At least she gets killed. Yeah, she comes here just to get killed. Their speedo shirt, one of those jersey type shirts. Everybody used to wear those back in the day. Early, oh yeah, early age. You had that, and you had the long tube socks with the different color stripes on them, and the short shorts that came went all the way up your ass, which you see a lot in some sleepaway camp. You see that in a lot of sleepaway camp. Yeah, check out what the hell is this? Who's on the floor? Yeah, that'd be a scary sight. Grab the poker, yeah. Grab the poker, grab the poker. Yeah. You put a drill. Oh yeah, okay, she's getting the drill. Yeah, yeah, grab. Oh no, not the little tiny hammer. That's probably the smallest hammer I've ever seen. Oh yeah, saw. Zzz. And except she's not thinking about the cord being too short. Yeah, jerks her right back downstairs. She like she didn't cut her fucking hand off or something with the damn thing. Yeah, jerks. Ew. Oh, that's exactly what happened too. Yeah, turn up the saw on that motherfucker, take it up there and swing it at him real good. And you still got a saw to still slice the fuck out of you. It's underneath that count. Nice food. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Keep beating him with that motherfucker. Beat him in the head with it, not the back. Beat him in the head with that. Yeah, yeah. She comes from nowhere with a knife. That's crazy. Stab him again. Stab him again. But keep your thumb at the end of the handle so your hand, when you hit it, doesn't slide along the damn thing. Oh, competent teacher in the stomach. Stand over and push down. Ooh, machete up there for display. That's a little different. That'll do the job. Machete's no joke. You're pretty. All of you were very pretty. You were in past tense. I love you. She's just begging. It takes a lot of love for a person. Yeah, he got that from Helper Skelter. You want love. Yeah, yeah. There she comes. There she comes with a machete. And he took off running. That's how you don't see the killer do that much. You don't see the killer take off fucking running. Right here, he's got the yeah. Yeah, it's gonna chop that drill right in half. She's not fucking around either. She coming at it. Swing it, swing it. Ching, there it is. Oh, chopped it right the fuck off. Right in half. He looks at it like, oh, because that drills his manlyhood. You know what I mean? That's like an extension of his penis, you know? It just then the dude said it himself in there that when she chopped that. It's, oh, and then chopped the hand. Now he's not acting crazy. Now he's screaming, I'll kill you. Yeah. Oh, set, set four. He's not dead. Not quite yet. Never that easy to kill the killer. You know, he's always gonna have that one last. Here he goes. Except for now, now he just wants to strangle her. Knock it off. Oh, pulls her down. Bam. Yeah, and here she goes with that knife again. Oh, she gets taken down. She never messed with a knife. Oh, there it was. That did it. Got him now. Got him this time. Now they're all traumatized for life. The nightmare has come to a close. I'm Probably Massacre in 1982. Awesome. Pretty cool. Thanks everybody watching, everybody in the replay, and all that kind of stuff. Those of you guys who said hello and talked to me a little bit at the beginning there. Realize it's early, but let me say hello, say fuck off, say something. Um, but thank you. Um, but yeah, later on this afternoon will be the entire Arrow collection. Monday night will be Watch of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Tuesday, the original My Buddy Valentine. And then from there, we will find out. So thanks again to everybody. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Thanks for checking in. Bullshitting with me this morning. Listen to me bullshit more like it this morning. Yeah, have a great one. Don't forget, I am Gorphobe. You are not. Kick ass day.